say something. But it's literally
Yeah.
you playing it. Like, you're looking at it and you're like, oh, this is cool, this is not cool. I've seen stuff like this before. And you've
Yeah.
played enough of the mobile games to kind of know when stuff's out to kind of take your money and then
Right.
if it's
Right.
actually going to be a good game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, it,
That's what I try to go for is getting past tutorial stuff and see if it's just like, does it make you want to keep playing, or is it just energy based, or like, you have 5 out of 5 energy and then you have to wait for it to charge up, or you can buy like a new energy pack to keep playing. Um, let's see. What else is there? I think that's it. Really. I mean,
yeah,
yeah.
we have some stuff on the agenda today. I've
Yes,
got
we
this
do.
up. Got this up right here. Got a. Let's see. There we go. There we go. Got
So,
this.
I don't know what happened this weekend. Like, just everything in this whole Earth just started to reveal itself.
Oh my
Of
god.
like what, what stars align to say like, yeah, let's just everything this weekend because it's
I don't
December.
know because yeah, we're gonna get into it. Let me get this set up, and we can take a look at all the shit. There was PlayStation Experience.
Yep.
There were the Video Game Awards.
Hmm.
This past week on South Park, they did their episode called hashtag Rehash, and it was about exactly what we're doing. It was
Yeah.
about YouTube personalities, streamers, Twitch, all of it. It was about PewDiePie, uh, and it was hilarious. Like, we don't have the video for it, but I do want to touch on it because it
Yeah.
was dead on. It was dead on accurate, and it's
Right.
kind of meta to comment about a comment about commenting on comments. You know what I mean? Like, we're so
Yo,
many layers deep right now.
yo, dog.
But yeah, let me get this part set up right here. We're
All
gonna
right.
go add. We are going to do um let's do window capture that of right there.
What's up, Live
Subregion.
2 Drive?
Select region. So we're gonna come up here. We're gonna come over here. We're gonna come up here. Bam. So this should autoplay. This should autoplay.
Yeah, it should autoplay. If we
Um,
start like while we're talking about the certain topic, if we go over the videos, you can just replay whatever the videos are.
okay.
Yeah. So you have some sort of control on that end.
Okay, awesome. So
Yeah.
we got this. We're gonna up this a little bit. Let's rewind. Woohoo. Okay.
You
So we're
guys you
going
guys
to
are looking at the behind the scenes.
yeah, this is how we set it up, guys, right
Yeah.
here. So everyone can do it. Celebrities are just like us.
Ah.
Let's see. So move to bottom. Then we are going to actually move this up. Position, order, move up. Bingo. Perfect.
when, when we start recording, can you guys applaud?
Yeah, just a big round of applause. Yeah. So here we go, guys. The first order of business. This is the Final Fantasy VII coming to PS4, which the biggest troll I've ever seen. Like, I know you said you missed the PlayStation experience, right, Marco?
Right, yeah. When I watched the trailer, I was like, okay, okay. All
What
right, they're just showing
happened
old stuff.
is they were like, they come out and they're like, we've been a real big family of PlayStation for a long time, and there was one game that really that made this all come alive. And then they show the Final Fantasy VII logo. People
Yeah.
flip out. Oh, this is it. This is the remake announcement. This is ending the press conference, which it
Right.
was. Like, you have the CEO and the president of like Square Enix up on stage. So they're like, I can't believe it. They're big crowd roar, and then they're like, thumbs up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Then they show this. So you guys see it right here. This is set up exactly the same way as their other reveal trailers, to where they
Right.
show a little tiny screen and you've played it before, and oh,
Remember
all the
this? Yeah.
memories.
Yeah.
But but then it's like, play the exact same game on PS4, and you're like, out of all the fucking times you
Come
can
on.
have the actual announcement, this was it. There's no like big HD reveal. Like it's the same game that we have on Steam right now,
Yeah.
coming to PS4.
Yeah, I mean, I saw it. I was like, oh, okay. Are they going to show anything? No, they're not. Like, are you kidding me? Seriously?
You guys fucked it up. Like that was your one. You could have done it.
Yeah. I'm like, oh man.
Oh, come on, like it's ridiculous. Like how long have people clamored for this remake?
Yeah, really. Like, you showed it. You showed it at like one E3, like the remake, and it looked awesome. Like, how are you just not going?
You
Okay,
have
I
assets.
love Sony. I love Sony. Don't get me wrong. I was an employee of Sony, so I'm like, Sony for life for me here. But like that just grinds my gears. Like seriously.
Like what? Where did they get off?
Right. You know?
Oh my
Jeez.
god. It's just
But yeah.
ridiculous.
But yeah, basically you can just play the same exact Final Fantasy VII. I mean, if you haven't played it for a good while, that's great. Be
Yeah.
nostalgic and all that stuff. But I think we're all ready for a remake, and you know, I mean, look at this. It still looks good, if
Yeah.
for nostalgic sake. But I'm ready for like PS4 gen doing this battle here.
Yeah, exactly. Not only that, the one thing I'm worried about with them doing the remake is in the game Final Fantasy VII, Cloud doesn't talk much.
Right.
It's not that he's emo; he just doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
And Vincent's not really emo. He's just like, well, shit happens. Like that. I mean, he's just a guy.
Yeah.
But then in Advent Children, and like all the fanfic, like
Fanfic.
Cloud is the saddest, bubbly, like he's like Eeyore.
Oh gosh.
So I'm worried. Like I'm actually worried that if they did do a remake, they would take the new characters and try to force that perspective. Like so Cloud the whole game would just be like, sigh, I don't know what I am.
Right.
Oh, like so stupid.
Yeah, exactly, Caleb. Like, you can just get this on the PS3. Like, what's the point of? I mean, I guess just to have it on PS4, but
Yeah, because right now you
uh,
can't play any of your PS2 or PS3 games on, or
right
PS2 or
now,
PS1 games on your PS4
yeah.
unless you rent them
Oh, right.
on that PlayStation Now or whatever it's called,
Yeah.
which is real shitty. Because I own probably 24 downloadable games on my PS3, like
Uh-huh.
Personas and all the Final Fantasies and like Wild Arms. I have a ton of stuff, but I can't play
Yeah.
any of it on my PS4 for no
Right.
reason.
Yeah.
Like
Unless
they,
like
they haven't given a reason. They even said that the emulation for PS1 and PS2 is already on the system.
mhm.
It's already on it. So they're just not doing it. Just you could rent the
Oh,
same game
jeez.
that you bought 4 times for $2.99 a week. It's like, or I could fucking get the game that I bought.
Exactly. It's like video rental stores all over again.
Right? It's like, why would I go Redbox a game that I own?
It's yeah, basically Redbox. Yeah.
Why would I do that? Why would I go to a Redbox and be like, I love this game that I have at my house. Let me rent it.
Rent it again. Yeah.
Show them how much I really love it.
I want to see it on my 80-inch TV. All of what was the definition back then?
Oh god, like it wasn't even 480.
It was a 480,
Like
right?
480 was progressive scan
Yeah.
because it was 480p. And I remember all the televisions back then were like 70 pounds
Right.
and huge. They would get so hot. Like those massive things, it was just like having a heat inductor or something. Like you had like a nuclear thing in your house. Those tubes would just heat
Right.
up and they'd make that buzzing noise, that like that
Yeah.
whirring.
Yeah.
Oh. And then the worst is whenever you had family that was gonna move, and they had one of those, and it took 7 grown ass men to fucking pick up that shit.
I know.
Ugh,
Oh man, the
the
heaviest
worst.
weight. Just the heaviest weight.
Let's see, we got
Uh,
some minutes to kill on Final Fantasy VII. Like, when's the last time you played the game?
oh gosh. It's been years, dude. really has been years, to the point where I don't even remember how long it's been.
Right.
Really. Yeah, I don't remember, to be honest. This has been a good long time. A good 10 to 12 years at this
Yeah.
point. You know? I mean, I'm watching all this Limit Break clip, and I'm like, okay, I'm being nostalgic. Like, wow, I forgot a lot of this. And
I
this
did
guy
too.
like did everything. He did like four cut, W magic, W summon. Like, dang, I wasn't that hardcore into maxing out everything, but I liked it just as much as everybody. I had I bought the first Brady guide of Final Fantasy VII. I think it was actually the very first Brady guide
I
that
think
they
it
put out
was.
there. Yeah, and it was Final Fantasy VII. So, and that guide was really good. You know, it was showing all the weapons and the stuff, what you can get, and Emerald and Ruby weapon and all that stuff. So, yeah, again, a good long time since I played, really. But when was the last time you played? Oh, actually, no, it was not too long ago. You're doing a LP on it
Right.
before it
I
came
was
out.
doing the Let's Play, and I got what, like 15 episodes in,
Right.
and then it deleted my save file.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck it.
That's it.
Just
Like next
stopped it
time.
right in the
Exactly.
middle. But what's kind of nice is I know more about Let's Plays now
Right.
and got the Twitch set up better. So that's something we could go to with chat, so I mean, that's something that we can think about. Hell, it's like,
Yeah, it's like like chat can dictate what we do and stuff
right.
like that. It's like Twitch plays Pokemon,
Yeah,
or I think there was one called Fish plays Pokemon.
it's so amazing.
Like a fish was playing Pokemon and doing nothing, but
The fact that he
yeah,
got that set up, like he had this YouTube tutorial on how he did it. But for
yeah,
you guys that don't know, it's basically, Twitch plays Pokemon. Everyone can enter a button hit like on Twitch chat, and it puts it into a thing, and then it
right,
makes
yep.
the character do it. But with the fish plays Pokemon, it was a webcam of his fish bowl, like, and he had two fish. There was
Yeah.
one where fish plays Street Fighter,
Oh,
and each part he made like a quadrant grid on the overlay, and no matter like wherever the fish was, it corresponded with a button. So
oh,
then,
gee.
at one point, there was like 40,000 people watching this, and the fish was asleep. So it was just in one spot. So like they were walking against the
Oh my
wall for
goodness.
10 hours, and then people were cheering it on. But I don't know how in the world they got that to work. Like
Yeah.
that's voodoo magic, in my opinion.
Did they ever beat the game with the fish,
Oh God, no! I don't think they got. I
or
don't
got
think they got
out of like
past the
the area,
first
right?
town.
The first, yeah. Oh, Jesus, damn fish playing Pokemon. Come on.
Like they might still be in the first town if it's still going. I don't even know if it's still going.
All right.
Live to Drive. I love 14 graphics more. Watching this, yeah. Oh, Final
Yeah.
Fantasy's come such a long way. Like such a
Yeah.
long way.
So, the way I had the playlist set up is because the trailer was off like short. I had to have something backed up before we go on to the next subject.
Sure.
So we can move on if you want to. But yeah, I just had to have something while it was still going, while
While
we were
we
still
were
talking
talking
about
about
the
it. Oh, yeah, man.
subject. Yeah.
So
So yeah,
that's basically Final Fantasy VII. So congrats, Sony, for the biggest troll in video game history.
yes, you win that one.
Oh my God.
You win that round.
But here's one that's not a troll.
Oh no, not at all.
Oh shit, son.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, Marco.
Oh, dude.
Oh,
This has been a long time coming. Okay. All right. Let me give you some backstory. While I was still working at Sony, right? I was part of a PS1 emulation, and this was one of the games. Okay, this was 2007, right?
yeah,
This was one of the games that was supposed to come out on the PS3. Okay.
yeah.
By the time my contract was up for my job, this game was good and ready to go on the PS3.
Huh.
But for some reason, they didn't release it. Suikoden 1 was good to go. It was already out there.
Yeah.
Suikoden 2 for some reason never showed up at all until I guess until now. Like it's supposed to come out next PS Store update.
Yeah, I think like next Thursday or something.
But yeah, I guess because I didn't see the experience. I guess they announced that they were releasing it.
Yeah, they
For,
announced that. They announced that it's coming out for PS3 and Vita. Um, but what was really weird about the announcement is they kind of announced Suikoden 1. And I was like,
You announced
Suikoden
it.
1's been out for years
Yeah.
on PlayStation Network. Like, they're like, you finally play
Yeah.
Suikoden 1.
Right.
I'm like, I've been playing it. Like,
Yeah.
I have a save file on my PS3. Like, what are you guys talking
Yeah.
about? But maybe they mean globally, because I don't know if Europe got it.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, so I'm not sure what the difference was. But yeah, basically, you can play it on your PS3. You can get it on your Vita. Vita
Mhm.
had a pretty decent show, but it was all ports. But they
Right.
were decent ports. I mean, hell, Suikoden 2 come to your system, that's
Oh,
pretty
dude,
legit.
yeah. No, that's
You
yeah.
know,
That if you're trying to get into the game, uh, like series, Suikoden 1 is good. It was a good strong start.
yeah.
Suikoden 2 is where it was just really established.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, definitely, it's definitely a good thing that Suikoden 2 is here. It's I guess better late than never, type thing.
Yeah.
But I'm really, I mean, I already have the PS. I still have my PS1 disc, but I'm really ready and to play it, with you, do an LP on it,
Yeah.
and just go nuts, and pick all these 108 characters and see what is the best culmination of what we think our best party would be.
You gotta catch them all, man.
Yeah, you
That's
gotta
what it
catch 'em
is,
all.
brother.
You gotta
Like,
catch them all.
and what's so cool is that yeah, we are gonna be doing a let's play of Suikoden 2, and it's gonna be on Marco's channel. So we're gonna swap off.
Nice.
And then it was funny because we had this conversation. And it's like more behind the scenes stuff, but we're talking
Yeah.
about okay, what game is each person gonna get? And I think I decided on like Breath of Fire 3.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
then you decided on Suikoden 2, and I was like, oh, that's a good get. Like, that's a
It's
good
almost
series.
It's almost like the Raw and SmackDown draft that we're having
Right.
going on right now. Um, so let's see. What was I trying to say? Let's see. I already. Dang it! I lost my train of thought where I was going with this. But yeah, Suikoden 2. Finally.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah, man.
I saw this anime clip, and I was like, dude, I just have to put it up there because again, still needed more stuff.
Yeah.
While we were still talking about Suikoden 2. What was I trying to go for? I was,
It's
I had
one of,
something
it's
in
one
mind,
of the
but-
best JRPGs ever made. Like,
and that's a bold statement because there's like really good ones back
But-
in this time.
hands
Here.
down, one
Yeah.
of the best ones ever made.
Yeah.
Like, if you're a fan of JRPGs and you have not played this, you need to buy, like, just blind buy it. Just blind
Right.
buy it.
Right. Oh man, yeah. So, like, I mean, that's awesome that it's finally coming out. Oh, okay. I remember now. Well, at times when you were we were doing Power Hour and streaming.
Yeah.
An employee from Konami was streaming his playthrough of going through Suikoden because he never played it, and so there was like a whole bunch of support for Suikoden 2 to come out.
Yeah.
So like that in part, I mean, that's mainly one of the reasons why it's finally coming out is because all the support that people wanted to see it
Mhm.
while the guy was playing it, it finally came to fruition.
Yeah.
So I mean, good on him.
Yeah, absolutely. And like, poor guy never played it before, and so he had, sometimes he'd have 400 and 500 viewers
Right.
just rattling off, "You're doing it wrong," and I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
that sucks."
Exactly. So yeah, that's Suikoden 2.
But here we go. Here's some gameplay battle stuff. We saw some anime. Let's take a look at what it actually. Here's what the battle system actually looks like. Whenever you're, it's so hard to explain the battle system without playing it.
Yeah. So you're able to have 6 people in a party. It looks. Would you say that's isometric in a way, or
Yeah,
top
like
down?
2.5D. Because
Yeah.
you have a 3D polygonal. It's kind of like Breath of Fire. That
Right.
polygonal background with sprite based on top of it.
Yeah. So like right now we're seeing all the Unite attacks because again I was trying to find stuff, a lot of clips to be able to talk about it while we're still talking about the subject.
Right.
So like this, as we're watching now, is all the Unite attacks with all the characters, and you don't really see that with role-playing games in other series, really, that they do unites with certain characters or characters that are related to each other, or like like this, like the
Yeah.
kobolds doing stuff, husband and wife attack here. You had the best friend attack with Rao, I guess the main character, and Joey, and what was the dog's name? Okay, yeah, don't have the name right now, but yeah, like it. This was one of the games where it had everything to do, and you had a choice of doing whatever you want to do. So not only do you have the main story, but you have like your own castle, and you have like little mini games that you can do. And like one of the most famous mini games in this series in this Suikoden 2 was the Iron Chef
Oh, so
battles.
good.
So I would, yeah, I know they were so good. I would, you know, wait some time, so before I can do the next one because I mean, like, because the judges were the characters itself, the 108 characters,
Hmm.
and, we want to know what their take, like more backstory on the characters,
Yeah.
and then had that whole Iron Chef feel to it. So, yeah, I mean, that was like probably my favorite game, like mini game, in Suikoden 2.
So good. And the thing is, a lot of people will be like, well, why the hell would you want 108 characters? But the fact that every single one of them has some sort of rapport with the other one
Mhm.
is staggering. Like,
Right,
when did this come out? 96 or 97?
something like that. Yeah,
That's way ahead of the curve. Like, hell,
right.
people are freaking out about Dragon Age Inquisition because that has a miniature version of this. Like, you have six characters and they all talk to each other. And it's like, well, Suikoden
Yeah,
had 108 of them, and this was
I had
22 years
108, and
ago.
they all interacted, and it was like it kind of yeah, kind of like a real life village. Oh, damn, I forgot the octopuses were in here.
See, even if you
Jeez.
get like octopuses, but even them are. What's
Yeah,
up, Malaire? But
yeah,
but yeah, like this was so ahead of the curve, and
right.
there's a lot. It's so weird that there's not more copycats of this.
I know, I know. The no, like no Kickstarters on this type of system or what? Just
Yeah,
yeah,
because my favorite graphic style ever for video games is this one. It is the
yeah,
three-dimensional background, the polygonal stuff with very bright, colorful sprites on top of it.
yeah,
Let's see, Star Ocean the Second Story did it. Breath of Fire
right.
3 and 4 did it. Suikoden, well, Suikoden 2 did it more than 1 did.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, like Final Fantasy Tactics, Tactics
mhm.
Ogre. Like, I love that graphic style. Front
Yeah.
Mission 3,
That that little era right
that's
there.
so good. And you can't, of course, they don't make it anymore. And yeah, like with Kickstarter, I'm not amazed that there's not more people making a 2.5D isometric RPG.
I know.
It's almost sad. Like this is an era that will never happen again.
Yeah.
JRPGs will never be where they
Ah,
were in the late '90s and early 2000s.
and, yeah, that's a shame too.
It is. It's such a good genre,
Yeah.
and it's just so like misrepresented now
Hmm.
because now your JRPGs are like Final Fantasy 13 to
Yeah.
where we want to make a 400-hour story with 10 minutes of gameplay.
Right. Right.
But with this,
Jeez.
your story was the gameplay. It was
Hmm.
unlocking the characters, seeing how they interacted with each other, doing the Iron Chef stuff to see what their taste was. Like
Hmm.
those were the things that you remembered because then you learned about the character's personality.
Exactly. Yeah.
And that's where the fun was.
Right.
But yeah, it's such a good game. You guys owe it to yourself. If you have a PS3, hell, even if you don't, but you're planning on getting one, like go on the
Yeah.
PlayStation Store and buy this when it goes online. Oh, it's so good. Like,
Yeah.
look, this is an
It's-
8-minute video, and this is just the Unite attacks.
I know. I had to grab this one.
Like, so good. And how long do you think it would take to get Wall 108? Like,
Uh, um, all 108,
80 hours?
maybe even maybe yeah, either around like 60 to 80 hours,
Yeah.
uh, just to get all of them. Yeah, I would say because it's a lot of them is conditional things like past this certain stage of the game or
Right.
be here at like a certain
Certain time.
with a certain party or
Yeah.
stuff like that. So
It's like we were talking about Final Fantasy VII earlier. Like,
right,
it
right,
amazes me that there's some people that played the game that did not get Yuffie.
yeah,
They just
yeah.
didn't get Yuffie.
You
They're like,
can
who's that?
you can skip that whole
Yeah,
that arc entirely.
you can skip it. But
Yeah.
imagine the Yuffie thing with 60 characters. Like,
Yeah.
you can just fucking skip them. You don't need them.
Yeah, but you won't get the best ending
Yeah,
if
the
you don't
true
have
ending.
all of them. So yeah, man,
So
such a good
good.
game.
Just seeing all this is so good. Look, I'll put them all to sleep. Oh, so amazing. All right. Next up on the list.
All
This is
right,
all you, buddy.
so this is me. All right, so this past weekend they showed a trailer of the next Dragon Ball movie. It's called Revival of F. If you can figure out what F stands for, as you can see here, it's probably like the worst villain I think Akira Toriyama was trying to make it out to be. So you see this, you see that, you see the spaceship. You could probably guess who it is. It is. Show your face, damn it.
There
There
it
he
is.
is. Here he or she is Frieza. So a remnants of the Frieza army was is trying to gather the Dragon Balls. All the characters there. You see Master Roshi getting back in there.
Oh
Uh,
shit.
so and then there's characters from the past movie, Battle of Gods, also in there because I think Vegeta and Goku are being trained under the God of Destruction. So yeah, Dragon Ball. Let's see, Dragon Ball Revival of F. Um, I think Frieza is stronger than he is before. So and I think Vegeta is going to be the main character of this movie. And there's little different like costume changes like with okay, yeah, you can pause that there or something.
Right.
So let me go back. So Vegeta has a different costume. Goku's costume is a little bit has changed a bit too. Gohan looks different as always. Master Roshi is going getting himself in there. Krillin, as you saw in the trailer, he was bald, like he did in the back in the day. But in the movie before that, Battle of Gods, he had hair. So yeah, like I think they're not being too like canonical about like costumes at this
Okay.
point. They're just just throwing because it's a movie. It's not really like really connected, but they're
Right.
trying to um, they're trying to expand more on that multiverse theory
I
of
see.
like what if like in this universe Cell beat all the heroes and he's the ruler of that universe, or in another universe where like what was it? Vegito, the fusion of Goku and Vegeta never came apart after they fused, and they were
Huh.
just one person.
Yeah.
And so like they're starting to expand on that idea. There's also like a web comic out there called Dragon Ball Multiverse. I think I was talking to was it Tundra about it on
Yeah.
one of the streams.
Yep.
Yeah, like it's stuff like that they're trying to expand upon. They don't have to really do a new Dragon Ball series. They could just do movies, and people will eat it up because people still love Dragon Ball. You
Yeah.
know, so yeah, I mean, new movie, awesome thing. Vegeta could be the next, the main character for this one, which is a good, nice change of pace, and yeah, just looking forward to more of it, really. So
Right.
yeah,
Absolutely. And like it's been so long since I've seen the complete series, but I do remember how much I loved the Cell Saga. Like
yeah,
that. But I guess that's probably every like casual fan's favorite part
yeah. I
is
mean,
like the
like,
whole
yeah,
tournament and
yeah, like so, like yeah, the tournament. Every time there's like a tournament arc, like that's my favorite part of like that anime or series or whatever.
yeah.
Because you're gonna not only you're gonna have like the main set of characters coming in, but like the supporting characters, they maybe have like a rivalry with the main character. They
Yeah.
all come together for some reason, and you're gonna learn more about them, learn who they are, and then you're gonna have all these new characters
Yeah.
with their stories and see like whose reason of winning is the strongest, and usually the main characters is. But yeah, I
Right.
understand what you're saying, Wes.
Yeah,
That
and
Cell
it's funny
Saga.
because I mean, just that cell that Cell Saga in the tournament, entire
Hmm.
other shows are based just around that premise. Like
I know.
you can argue
Yep.
Pokemon is because you're trying to be the
Right.
best trainer, so you're
Yeah.
just going around. You're going to meet other trainers. Like Yu-Gi-Oh definitely is because that's all that fucking show is tournaments.
Yeah.
Like after you're done with this tournament, you go to like a weird thing with the pyramid.
You go to the next land and they do their tournament.
They do their
So
tournament where it's an upside down pyramid, and like it's just it can go on forever. But the cool thing
I think
about the Dragon Ball one was it went from A to B to C, and then it was done. Like they
right.
had the tournament, fucking done. We're done with it.
Yeah.
It's really cool. But yeah, man, I'm
Yeah.
I'm getting that itch. I mean, like I said, it's been a long time since I've seen like any Dragon Ball. But
Yeah.
then everyone retweeting it, and you showed me the trailer, and I was like, this could be pretty sick.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's not like you have to be deep into the series to remember everything, but it's just like yeah, it's a nice looking back at like, okay, this. Oh yeah, I remember that happened, and
Right.
so yeah, you know,
Hell yeah.
yeah.
Let's see. So,
So,
oh man.
okay, I think you were watching the PlayStation Experience.
Yes.
So, okay, you can play it now.
Okay.
So, uh, I think they were just talking about it. They're talking about this announcement that Yakuza 5 is finally getting localized for the US. They just did an announcement, right? They didn't do a trailer.
Right. They just announced that it's coming to the West.
Okay, yeah. So, and this game is maybe was it maybe a year and a half old now, or maybe 2 years
Yeah.
at this point, because there's like I think six is about to be coming out, and then they have their samurai version of all these mainstay characters. So yeah, basically announcement of Yakuza 5 coming to the States, while which is awesome because this series again this is another series that I fell in love with. I also tested on
Oh,
the first
awesome.
one.
Yeah.
So, I have like a clamoring for, I have all the games basically have, 1 through 4 and the side games. So, and if you never played it, it's basically like a role playing beat 'em up Grand Theft Auto like sandbox.
Yeah.
Um, so you do quests in the I guess in the city areas, like you're running around, and then but you get random encounters. You do quests to finish their part of that story, and you get to know more of the city as you're playing through the game. And again, this is another game that I fell for where there's a bunch of side games
Oh yeah,
that
man.
that can capture your attention. Um, so like right now, we're showing the TGS gameplay trailer because it show with Yakuza they tend to show like the story, what the premise of the story is,
Yeah.
then they show like a gameplay trailer or what's gonna happen in this game. So right now you're seeing like you see Haruka being an idol because she's growing up like a what do you like a idol like, what do you call idols like
I think they may just be idols.
yeah, idols like they just sing and dance, they do like they do like they're like basically celebrities, and like she's becoming famous
Yeah.
in this game. And then while Kazuma Kiryu, the main hero of the story, I don't know exactly what happened to his orphanage from part 3 and 4, but at this point he has a new job as a taxi driver. So
Huh.
you're gonna see I'll see you right there. They're doing
Oh shit.
he's racing, and then the other main characters is hunting bears. Yeah, see Haruka is doing dance. Um, so yeah, you get like, look at this.
Oh my
You see
god.
this? How could you not fall in love with that?
Oh, that's
You know?
amazing.
Not only so with this character, he's hunting a bear, but then again, he goes up to him and like swings at the gigantic bear too. So like you have the crazy Japanese tropes that they
Right.
do. You're playing baseball because one of the characters is a baseball player. See, look at that. He
Oh
saw
my
a
god.
bear. And you got like all the dramatics of a baseball hit right there, and look at that. So yeah, I mean, like, I know Wes, you played a little bit Yakuza.
Mhm.
We touched on it with the Power Hour. That is lost.
Yeah.
Um, and then you played a little bit of 3 and 4,
Hmm.
I think. Yeah. So more Japanese drama intrigue. The combat is really awesome.
Yeah.
Each character has they have like a specialty. Like Akiyama is mainly kicks, as you can see. Uh, Kiryu is like a culmination of everything that he's been training from one to where he is now. And then like I think the new character, the baseball player, he's gonna be really good with his baseball attacking. And while Haruka is gonna be a character in this game too, she's not gonna be so much street fighting, just doing like dance battles. Uh, but there's random encounter dance battles that she's gonna go through. But as you
Amazing.
see here, like a lot of the hard hitting blows you see is like what they call heat moves. So you gather up some sort of like you gather a lot of energy to do these heat moves, like and it's specific to where you're at in the area. Like if you're hitting him in like a out of a bridge, you get to throw him out of the bridge, or like
Yeah.
specific weapon attacks, specific like hand to hand attacks. But yeah, like again, look, all of this, a lot of side game stuff, a lot of uh, quests that you get to learn the city, and then and you still have your main story to go through, and you picking up women in hostess bars. So see, you can
So
see
amazing.
here, so you can
Oh
see
my
here that
god.
that's a date. Oh, there goes the jiggling. Oh no. But
Oh my
yeah,
god. Oh. Yeah,
but
I
yeah,
played let's see, Yakuza 1, a lot of Yakuza 2,
yeah.
some Yakuza 3, about 5 or 6 hours of Yakuza 4,
Okay.
and the one thing that always blows me away is you see these mini games, but I don't know if you guys just saw right there, Virtua
Oh,
Fighter
Virtual Fighter
2,
2. Yeah.
it's the whole game.
Yeah,
Like you go to an arcade cabinet and you play Virtua Fighter 2 in its entirety. And then there's another one. I guess they put Drum Master,
yeah.
like all of it, the whole fucking game.
Exactly. All right,
Oh,
you can pause that one.
yeah, we'll
You're not
pause
ready to
that.
talk about that yet. But yeah, it's awesome, because that can pave the way for the other games to be coming out here, and they're starting to now becoming a cult following
Yeah,
now of the Yakuza series. So I will be we'll be ready to get it, and if it's just gonna be on PS4, that's more of a reason to get it on the PS4.
right, right. And the thing is, there's a lot of people that talk about they want Shenmue to come back. Like,
Right,
oh,
right.
we need Shenmue 3. Well, give us Shenmue 3.
Hmm.
I'll make the statement, and I know you agree with me because we've talked about this at great length.
Hmm.
Like, Yakuza is better than Shenmue ever was.
I would believe so.
It,
Yeah.
it does the same things, and it does
Hmm.
them better, and it's a better game, and there's more to do, and
Hmm.
it just feels more alive. Because Shenmue really didn't. At the time, it did. I'll give it that. At the time it came out, it was pretty revolutionary.
Hmm.
You can also blame QuickTime events on Shenmue because that's the game that invented it, and so if you're against QuickTime events, you know, there's
Yeah,
your culprit.
and that was the thing with Shenmue. I mean, granted, full disclosure, I never really played the Shenmue series because I didn't have access to it. But for what I saw from like guides and stuff, like okay, it looks a little beat 'em up-ish because you're training moves
Yep.
while you're not doing anything. Then once I saw more of the game, like wait, I thought the battling was like beat 'em up style, but it was quick time events.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh man, that kind of sucks because you already have all the whole martial arts thing going already
Right.
in the big world, and while you're training or you're doing your job, that you can just do that with all the techniques that you were able to learn in the game. So like Yakuza is the the opposite coin of that, where you have you have the beat 'em up style, but like the big moves are the quick time events, which is that's okay with, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm fine with that formula rather than the former of the Shenmue style.
Yeah, where everything's just quick time event. Because
Yeah.
yeah, Shenmue had the perception of being really big.
Hmm.
Because oh, now I can go to my job, which really meant I'm gonna run to this little door, and then it's gonna start the mini game where I have to stack a pallet.
Yeah.
And then after you do 10 of those, then your job is done at and then you run the straight line down the hallway or down the alleyway,
Right.
and then go to your apartment, which is one room and it's your safe point.
Hmm.
And then you would so it had the idea of being big. Like I'm gonna go work and then I'm gonna go back home and then I'm gonna go, but none of it really, like, especially going back to it, Shenmue has not aged well at all.
Hmm.
Like
Right.
it's just an old game. But
Right.
its idea, its heart was there. Like that's what people fell in love with. Is there was a lot that it wanted to do, but it couldn't.
Right.
So it tried really hard, but Yakuza is that actually realized. Like it's all the promises from Shenmue, but they really made it, and it's called Yakuza. Like that's
Yeah.
that's the
Yeah.
way I see it at
Basically.
least. I know
Basically.
I get a lot of hate mail for that, but that's really what it is. Because Shenmue fans, I played all of one and two to completion on my Dreamcast before I sold it back. Like I played them, and they're good, but they're very much a game of their time.
Right.
And even if there was like a high def remaster, people would play these games and be like, "Why were these so popular?" Like I don't think a lot of people would get it nowadays.
Hmm.
At the time, but also you take a look at like Sonic Adventure. That Dreamcast game, when it came out, stellar. Like, amazing game. You go and play it now, and that thing is a broken piece of garbage.
Yeah.
Because you're just not, you're so used to, okay, now people understand 3D platformers. Now people understand. And I know years and knowledge and all that have everything to do with it, but if you go from Sonic Adventure 1 to Sonic Generations, you'll never go back to Sonic Adventure 1, ever.
Right.
Unless you're doing a video, or
Yeah.
unless you're streaming, and it's
Or you're
requested.
speed running or something like that.
Yeah,
Or,
yeah, there's no reason to,
yeah.
But yeah, man, Yakuza 5 coming stateside is going to be amazing. If Sega was really being ballsy, they'd put it on PC. But
That would be a little ballsy, yeah.
yeah, it'd be good.
Yeah.
It'd be good. They should be rewarded for that. But
Yeah. So at
we'll
this
see.
point, I was putting. This is where. So actually, I missed the point. I was trying to have because we wanted to talk about the South Park thing. I was trying to put it after Dragon Ball Z, but we were just going into it.
Okay.
So yeah, so you were mentioning that South Park had an episode where they were talking about YouTube, like not YouTube, but Twitch and streaming.
Yeah. And what was really funny is, of course, it dealt with Cartman.
Of course, it
The
was.
way it opened up is Kyle came home with a copy of Call of Duty, Advanced Warfare, Warfighter, whatever it's called.
Uh-huh.
So he comes home and he's like, Ike, his little brother Ike. He's like, Ike, let's go play this game. I just got it from GameStop, blah, blah, blah. And Ike just turns around and he has chips in his hand and he goes, meh. And then turns back around and hits play on YouTube.
Uh-huh.
And then Kyle's like, what the hell is this? And it's PewDiePie playing Call of Duty Advanced Warfare.
Uh-huh.
And Kyle's like, I don't get, we have the game, we can go play it. Yeah.
You'll just watch it.
And then he's like, all right, well, what's going to be cool is we can have a big sleepover and you can invite your friends and then we can all play games and we'll have a ton of fun. So he
Right.
invites all of Ike's friends over. They all have their tablets and their iPhone and stuff, watching Let's Players play video games.
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
Kyle and Stan are like, what the fuck? Like, what is that? Like, what are you guys doing? Back in our
Right.
day, we would play and the commentary would be in our living room.
Right.
Like, you would just want to know what your friends thought about the game.
Yeah.
And then they call him like, oh, that's a funny one, Grandpa. Like, all the little kids are just making fun of him.
Oh,
But the
man.
best part of it, the reason why it's such a genius thing, is that there's a show that they have on South Park that's like Oprah. So it has this woman and she has her audience there. She's like, now here's a crazy fad that's happening. Nowadays on YouTube and Twitch, you have one person commenting on the world around them, and just people are just lapping it up. Isn't that right, gang? And then it shows the audience, and they're like, yeah, like clapping. And I was like, oh shit, this has been happening for 30 years. Like, Twitch and YouTube are
Right.
not a new thing. This is the new Oprah. Like, there's the one person, and then you have a group of people clapping and cheering.
Mhm.
And I was like, oh, why didn't I make that connection before? Because then they're like, I don't get it. Yeah, you do, because you've done it for 30 years. Like, of course you get it. Like, that's the fucking point. Like, Ellen and Oprah and, like, even, like, Arsenio Hall and Jimmy Fallon. Like, that's
Right.
what it is. You just have a following of people that enjoy a certain type of content, and they move from either person to person, or they find somebody, like our regulars have stuck with us, and they
Mhm.
stick with them. And then they build a community around it. And then it grows from there. And then there's like miracle walks, and there's, giveaways, and, just all sorts of stuff. But it's a tried and true thing that's happened for since the 50s.
Mm-hmm.
But now, since it's online, people don't understand it. And I thought it was a genius episode because it talked about that. But it also talked about, because South Park usually does 2 storylines. And the other one was about famous singers.
Like what?
And it was famous singers, and they were like, basically the whole joke is Randy, Stan's dad, is the singer Lord.
Mm-hmm.
That the Royals song or whatever. Like, it's a stupid stick.
Okay.
But then the point was, he was nervous that he would go out on stage and disappoint everybody. And then the manager was like, no, you don't understand what entertainers are anymore. Like, they're not actually there to entertain. They're there to start a conversation so people can like and hashtag and comment on YouTube.
Right.
And I thought about it. I was like, that's fucking exactly right. Like, no one gives a
Yeah,
shit
yeah.
if Kanye West is any good. They give a shit that he's an idiot. And they can watch
Exactly.
videos of him being
And
an
we could have a
idiot.
discussion on them. Yeah.
Yeah, and they can just hate on it. And
Yeah.
like the reason why people like Kim Kardashian and Paris Hilton are famous are because they're famous.
Right.
No other reason. They didn't do
Yeah.
anything. Like
They didn't do anything. They're just famous and
Kim Kardashian has the highest grossing game of the last 5 years. Like, let that sink in, guys. Like, she
was it the
beat out
mobile
League of
game?
Legends.
Okay.
Like, the fuck? She doesn't make video games and she doesn't give a shit. That was probably a thing 2 years ago that they were in a meeting and they were like, hey, Kim, we want to make this game. And she's like, yeah, whatever. They put her
Just
name
put my
on
name
it
on. Yeah.
and
There
it's
you
making
go.
her millions of dollars a month.
There you go.
You know what I mean? Like, this
Oh
type
my
of stuff's been
goodness.
happening forever. But now
Yeah.
people are just confused by it. Like even Brittany, like before we started and we started doing the Tetris nights and stuff like that,
Uh-huh.
like she was like, I don't get it. Like I'm glad that you have viewers and your people are really cool, but I just don't get it. But then, we would watch Seth Meyers or
Mm.
Jimmy Fallon. I was like, it's kind of the same thing. Especially after the South Park episode made it legit. But kind of the deal was Cartman's whole shtick was he was doing a commentary on commentary of YouTube. Like, so he would be commenting on PewDiePie commenting on Call of Duty.
You know, I feel like that's gonna be the next step in commentary. Like I think Cartman got an idea like a way ahead of everybody. Is
Yeah.
talk
But
about the
what was really
commentator.
funny is he would always do the quick cuts and stuff, and he'd be like, Cartman rocks! And like have the
Yeah.
zoom in and stuff, and like all the effects and everything. And
Oh
if you
man.
see like the Twitch people that are trying so hard to get popular, they're
Uh-huh.
just that's the one goal in life is to be popular on Twitch.
On Twitch.
And
Yep.
that they'll have bells and whistles, and here's a new follower, I'm gonna blow a horn. Like they have these weird like Howie Mandel skits that
Yeah.
they do whenever they get like even Soda Poppin' and PewDiePie. What these
Right.
guys did whenever they first started on Twitch, for each follower, they would mark on their face with a Sharpie. Like the
Jeez.
fuck? But
Hey.
now Soda Poppin' per month makes enough money to pay for a house.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
who
No,
the
I remember
fuck?
you telling me.
What? Like how does that
I remember you
happen?
telling me the figures. Like, jeez.
But it's global. You're not tied to a network, so you're not
Mhm.
on NBC. So you can be seen worldwide.
Right. Exactly.
It makes sense. I mean, it
Yeah.
makes sense why there's more popularity because hell, like I'm hoping one day, our stream, the Power Hour, stuff like that, we get like 1,000 viewers.
That would be
A,
awesome.
a
Yeah.
thousand viewers is huge on Twitch. In the grand scheme of things, that's peanuts.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's all relative. It's
Yeah.
all relative. And that's the thing is it's like why but it made me ask the question like, well, why do I want to stream? Why do I, because everyone kind of has to ask themselves that. And I get asked this quite a bit. Like, what do you need to do to start streaming? And I know
Mhm.
you probably get asked, like, what do you need to do to start a YouTube channel?
Oh, right. Right. Yeah.
Fucking start it. Like, just
Yeah.
do it.
Just do it.
Just do it. And people are going to come. If your quality's good, if you're consistent,
Hmm.
people are going to show up. And good people are going to show up.
Right. Use what we always say. Whatever you have, use it until like you're able, you know, until you get you're able to get like the support and
Yeah.
the fan base for it, and then if you're able to upgrade your stuff, then start upgrading, and
Yep.
and you keep going from there. Yeah, the reason why for me, Nerd in the Bay, the main mission on Nerd in the Bay is I want to talk to people with regarding the stuff that I'm interested in.
Yeah.
So from this is just me, my viewpoint, or just my life at this point. A lot of my friends are either they used to be into this stuff or they stopped.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I don't have nobody to really talk to it about like this sort of thing.
Yeah.
And then like I ran into Wes, with Nitro Beard and geez, no quarter and all that stuff. And I was like, yeah, we were going back and forth about different games and topics and such. So I kind of want to do the same thing for everybody out there. They might have the similar situation. If not, just have a topic of discussion because that's what I really like about like things that either gets released or like speculation. I like the speculation part,
Yeah.
just to go nuts and just
Right.
it doesn't have to be right. It's just let's just go nuts and just talk about all
Freak
these
out.
things.
Let's
Yeah,
mark out about it. Yeah.
yeah, just and that's I feel like that's the fun part of discussion.
Oh
So
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and I agree. And I mean, the whole point is the way I see it. You can always play video games alone.
Hmm.
Like that's what I tell Twitch every day. That's what I tell you guys every day. Is like I would rather play with you guys because I want to talk to cool people. Like I want to
Right,
talk to cool
right,
people that have the same interests. So yeah, that's
exactly.
why Marco and I started this version of the Power Hour because the Power
Mhm.
Hour has been like 10 things. I mean, it used to
Yeah,
be an hour time limit show on iTunes where I talked
yeah.
about like two things by myself. So it was a one man podcast.
Hmm.
That's technically how No Quarter started. The first two episodes were just me talking about things.
Hmm.
Then I got guests. Then I got picked up by a site called Orange Jive.
Hmm. Yeah,
Then an Orange Jive podcast happened to where, well, basically, No Quarter actually grew into me and my buddies talking about stuff. That's whenever Marco
exactly.
started listening and started getting emails, and I don't think Twitter was as big of a thing. But,
Right.
so this tells you how far back it was.
You're sending
Like,
emails. I was sending emails to them.
yeah, we were sending emails. Like,
I was
Facebook
posting
wasn't even
comments on the
established enough
shows. Yeah.
that everyone used it.
Yeah.
So we did that. Then the No Quarter stuff got me picked up. Everyone else kind of was like, no, we're kind of done. We have college. We have this other stuff. We have to move. Like, so things just split. So then
Yeah.
I got picked up from this other website called Orange Jive. Then I met Tyler Alou and Brian Belita on
Hmm.
there. We got together after Orange Jive stopped being a thing, and then we're like, let's make a site. Let's make a thing. We really like doing this. Let's do it. Made
Yeah.
Nitro Beard. Then we did 100 episodes of the Beardcast, and
Hmm.
up until like episode 70, it was just us three. Then we started bringing on more
Right.
people,
Right.
like
Right.
Imran, Mark, Matt,
Hmm.
like Kyle. Like, there's a lot of people that are now part of Nitro Beard that are like cemented in,
Hmm. Yeah.
which is so weird to me because I guarantee you, because we're about to start our Game of the Year stuff. Like, I need to make the choice if I want to be on the Game of the Year podcast
Oh, okay.
because they may not know who I am. The
Right.
regular listeners of Nitro Beard now may not know me.
At this point, yeah, because you've been it's been a while since you've been on the last one, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I think the last one I was on, they're on episode 120 something. The
Hmm.
last one I was on was episode 26.
Oh, geez, dang.
Yeah, so it's been like over a year since I've been on that show.
Yeah.
And they're doing their own following and stuff. And that's the thing. I've always thought this way. And I know we talked about this when we first started talking, and you were kind of like, I'd like to make a show too. I have some ideas. And I was like, do it, man. And
Yeah.
then, I'm humbled because Marco's making great content.
Yeah.
And, he was like, well, I'm a big fan of Nitro Beard and I would like to do something similar. So, like, inspiring good people to do good things is never a bad thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, the way I always see it, because people are like, oh, well, what if, like, a lot of the Nitro Beard guys now are starting to do Twitch content. They don't quite get
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Like,
They're
they're
starting
they're
to.
playing and they're doing stuff, and they're like, how is Wes getting that many viewers? Like, they're just wondering, and I'm like, man, it's just time, and you got to commit, and
You
but
got to grind it out, basically.
yeah, you gotta do what you do. But let's say like Marco starts and he's within 2 months he's getting 400 and 500 viewers at a time. Am I gonna feel bad? Not really, because what
No,
I
because
got to do was kind of, I guess, feel like I open a door.
yeah.
If someone walks through it and is better at it and gives better content and better value, who loses?
Right.
Because I get to benefit from it.
And
Like, just because.
all I'm gonna do is like, yo, no, like, thank you for watching me, but go to West right now because he's doing
Right. Well,
like go over
I
there.
mean,
I'm gonna go over there. Let's go over there.
and even besides that, it's more like if I had a part in inspiring somebody to do what they want to do, they're doing it amazing, and they take off on their own. Now I have something new to watch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so who loses? So all the people that I'm not going to give out subscriber links, I'm not going to promote other content. Like, fuck all that. Like, we're in it together. Like, everybody's
Yeah.
in it together. The
Yeah.
people that are all, this is mine, whatever, like, it's that difference between jealousy and envy. Is like jealousy, I guess, is be worrying that someone's going to take what you have.
Hmm.
But then envy is wishing you had what somebody else had, right?
Yeah.
So it's really close, but they're kind of different. So it's like, could I be envious of someone? Sure, but I wouldn't be jealous,
Right. Right.
right? Because it's not quite passing the torch, but it's like if I can inspire somebody, this was their true calling. Seeing me doing it and kind of flubber around a little bit gave them the confidence. Well, if that guy can do it, I can do it, and then they do it, and it's awesome. Bang up, like congratulations, you found what you're supposed to be doing. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like that's what I get out of it. But yeah, the South Park thing was a really interesting episode, and it was one of those that I could kind of read 3 layers deep. Like
Hmm.
I was like, okay, this is actually saying a lot, but I think what it's saying, the type of person that it's saying a lot to is like people like Marco and myself.
Right. Right.
Like we
Exactly.
want to get quote unquote big on YouTube, but what does that even mean? Like, it's up in the air. It's like it's all relative.
Yeah.
So
At this point, it's for us. For me, it's like being able to do something creative, like with my creative whatever.
mhm,
Like it gives me an outlet to do it,
yeah,
and I'm happy I'm able to do it. If it for some reason gets bigger than what I do for my current job, and stuff just blows up,
yeah,
it may switch over. But for
right,
now, I'm just happy that I'm able to have that outlet to do
exactly,
something, like I have an idea that I want to do, and then maybe then I have guys like Wes, and my friends like with Princeton talking about wrestling, just to be able to have that outlet, just to talk about discussion, just do discussions, thinking about ideas of try to do things, do a let's play. I never thought I'd never do. I would do my own like let's play with with Wes, but I'm doing that stuff and that's awesome,
yeah,
But and there's always room to grow,
yep,
doing those things. So just can't wait to do more at this point.
yeah. And that's where it takes off. And like, in my opinion, because Brittany's going to be writing books. She's writing a book right now. She's already
Right.
written one, but she's editing it and stuff. And
Hmm.
she's worried that she's not going to make a living writing. And I was like, well, what's wrong with writing?
Hmm.
Like, not necessarily making a living doing it, which she can. She has amazing skill. Like, she's better at writing than I am at anything. But it's like, start small and do it for the love of writing.
Yeah.
Just write books and publish it. I'll make covers for you. Like, let's get you set up. Let's get you going. You have all the ideas. Put them out on paper. Let's release some books.
Yeah.
Then it's going to turn into a business. Like, do it for the love of it first. Like, Marco, you're doing Nerd in the Bay because you love games. I'm
Yeah.
doing Twitch because I love games.
Hmm.
Like, there's an actual passion there, and I think and people on Twitch chat and everything, they see it. Like, you can't fool people into thinking you're genuine.
Hmm.
You either are or you aren't. And people can
Right.
see through that shit in a hurry, especially online.
Hmm.
Because if you're just trying to impersonate somebody, like if someone's going to be like, I want to be big on YouTube, so I'm going to impersonate PewDiePie. Like, wrong way to do it, Chief.
And do it to like one to one, you know?
Yeah,
If
yeah,
you do like
trying to
one to
be
one
exactly like have the same accent.
somebody, yeah,
That's not
yeah.
why PewDiePie got famous. Like he got famous because he's him. There
Mhm.
cannot be another PewDiePie. There can't be, because he's only one person. Like there cannot be another Marco Flores. There can't be. Can't be
Very
another
fun.
Wes Gardner. There can't
Yeah.
be. So do what you do in the way that you do it, and you're gonna find a following because you're genuinely you. You're
Yeah.
not like impersonating somebody. Because can you imagine how exhausting it would be to make content like this if you had to put on a character the whole time? Like,
Right.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. Like, no. Like, don't even worry about that shit. Like, just do
Yeah.
what you do, play what you like, talk to the people you want to talk to. All of it's going to take care of itself.
Right.
If you go in just wanting to do it out of enjoyment and then it turns into a business, bonus. But if you start wanting it to be a business, you're going to have a fucking miserable time of it. You're going to face plant because
Yeah.
you're not going to be able to figure it out because you're going to want to change every 20 minutes. Well, this isn't working. Well, this isn't working. Well, like just let it go, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I highly recommend, and it's free to watch on Comedy Central's website. The episode. And I'm one of those that I might read too much into things, but that's kind of what I got out of the episode. Is it's kind of like be yourself.
Yeah.
Don't try to impersonate stuff. Sure, you might get your 15 minutes of fame, but then people will realize that you're phony, and then
Right.
no, but
Okay.
moving on
So
here.
we're gonna move on.
Yeah.
So we have uh, two trailers that we want to like discuss and break down. I'm gonna try to do my best. I might ask Wes just rewind here and there just
Yeah.
to so I can show you stuff.
Okay.
But as you can see here, I don't know if they're able to see the title, but anyways, this trailer just came out Friday morning, early Friday morning, uh, like I think it was leaked. But this is basically Street Fighter Five uh, here. So basically, you see like this new art style, not really new art style, maybe like a beefed up version
Yeah.
of Street Fighter Four. So you can see particles here with the fireball. There's a lot of things going happening here. One thing that they were showing was one. Stop right there and rewind a little bit.
Oh yeah. Let's see. So right.
Right. Yeah. Or you can just basically replay it back. So one of the things it was shown was Chun-Li doing a launcher,
Oh, I see.
which
Yeah.
you don't really see in Street Fighter games. Um, that
There it
she
is.
launched a Ryu up, and then doing a mid combo, like an aerial rave, like MVC, like Marvel vs. Capcom type
Hmm.
thing. So you see stuff like that, like they're putting or they're putting not new mechanics, but like mechanics that are popular. Um, so basically, yeah, air combo, and then she did like a down attack on the ground,
Yeah.
which is basically called a ground bounce. Not really so much of like an off the ground or OTG, but you can see there, broke the stage to make a new stage out of it. Um, so yeah, again, a lot of new stuff that they're showcasing. Um, so yeah, like they were showing the supers, break the stage. It looked and with Ryu and Chun Li, while they were doing like their beefed up moves, it looks like they activated like a mode, like maybe like it, from what I got from Maximilian, because he was breaking this trailer down too, that they were doing like they're doing like activation modes. Like with
Hmm.
Chun Li, it's like water. Yeah, she has like the element of water. With Ryu, it looks like it's with electricity. So when they
Oh,
do that
okay.
activation mode, you could probably go back to the clip.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, you just start from the beginning again.
Okay.
So when they do these activation modes, you're able to do like a fire, like two fireballs, or like a double of whatever special move they're gonna do. So like Chun Li, when she activates, she does Kikosho, not Kikoshos, Kikokins, which is the fireball, or like two lightning legs in a combo. Um, but it's not so much of just doing the regular fireball and hitting two buttons and you get the EX fireball now. It's like activating the activation mode, and then you get to do the additional stuff. So like yeah, again you see the activation there. Yeah, double fireballs, double
Yeah.
lightning legs, and then I think it's showing a super here. The little cinematics, air combo, break the stage as you see here, and then Ryu activates
I see.
electricity on the fireball,
Yeah.
Shinku hurricane kick, guard break as you just saw there. Maybe rewind a little bit for
Yeah.
Ryu. Yeah, I'm trying to talk to it while the trailer's playing, and it's like but anyways, so like yeah, Ryu was doing the pressure, and he got a guard break from Chun Li, so he was open for a combo, and then he did the super mid combo, and I think Ryu also did a launcher after the Shoryuken right there,
Yeah.
doing it. So like yeah, and with the comboing here, it doesn't look like it's chain combo where you do like jab, middle, fierce type thing. It's like it's combos of like back in the day, like Street Fighter 2, where you had to make the combo.
Right.
But basically, yeah, like they're showing a lot of stuff here, and a lot of it is subtle too at the same time.
Hmm.
But it's exciting to where yeah, you could probably stop it there,
Yeah.
and then it's exciting to where you can do speculation, you can break down what you're seeing, and then like yeah, again speculation from there. But the fact that they're announcing Street Fighter Five, where we didn't have to wait for like 10 years for like the next one,
Right.
they're because Capcom is kind of at a state where they're not making as much money as they used to,
That's true.
so they need to go to their go-to franchises that make the money
They're heavy
and
hitters.
start
Yeah.
pumping out those games faster. So yeah, I mean that's Street Fighter Five for me. Um, I'm gonna keep watching that trailer and just try to break it down as best as possible.
Yeah, man.
Um, but yeah, like I'm really really excited because I'm a huge Street Fighter fan, and there's stuff that I want to see, but I could save that for another time, another video discussion. So yeah,
Awesome. Yeah, man. And the thing I'm really excited about is they announced crossplay for
that's
PS4 to
right.
PC.
Yeah,
Like huge.
yeah, and another thing with that was console exclusivity.
Yeah, which
PlayStation and PC are getting it, but not Xbox.
and
I
like
I see it. I understand. I might understand the reason why. Maybe Sony gave like a lot of money so they can make the game, or
right.
maybe they gave a lot of money to help them either help them out or maybe fund the game. In return, Capcom gave Street Fighter V exclusivity. But that might change with the next edition. Whatever that's
Right.
Super
See,
Street Fighter 4, 5 or something like that.
because there's
And
a
then,
few things about console exclusivity.
mhm,
I immediately think that it's the stupidest thing. Because
mhm,
nowadays, every platform is pretty exact as far as architecture goes.
mhm,
So there's really no reason to do that. The only time I would think console exclusivity would make sense anywhere is if it is an indie developer
yeah,
that cannot function on the sales of their game.
yeah,
So basically, what that means is like, I think Street Fighter would sell enough that no matter how much Sony paid them, they could outsell it if it was on three systems instead of two.
that's true.
Does that make sense? Like, because if you go to a game like Fez, I mean, Fez is
Hmm.
kind of a weird example because they made a lot, Phil Fish made a lot of money anyway.
Hmm.
But it would make sense if, okay, let's say with Fez 1, he made $3 million.
Hmm.
Microsoft knocks on his door, hey, we'll pay you $7 million to make Fez 2 for the Xbox One.
Hmm.
Hell yeah, because I'm guaranteed to make double what I made from my first game,
Okay.
just right off the bat, plus
I.
the sales of the game.
Hmm.
But if you're not making a deal that's going to work in that favor of like, I'm going to make as much money up front as I would over 2 years of being on every system,
Hmm.
why do it? Like, I don't get it because that's bad business to me.
Hmm.
Because one, you're keeping people from playing your game because now if you don't own a PS4, Street Fighter's not a $60 game. It's a $460 game.
Right.
So what are you doing? Like that's my only quip with it. And people on GAF and like Reddit, that's genius business.
Hmm.
Says who? Like you're making sure people can't play your game. Put that motherfucker on mobile. Put it on like try to find a way to get that game on a toaster. Like get as many people in the door.
Put it on Nintendo.
Everything. Put it on Wii U. Put it on everything.
Yeah.
Like the more people that can buy your game, guess what's going to happen? More people are going to buy it.
Right. Right.
It's just it's simple. It's that's my only frustration with it. Because but I think you have something right there because how many versions of Street Fighter 4 are there? Like 5?
There are. Let me see. Street Fighter 4, Super. They had AE, and then the different versions of AE, like updated versions of AE. Like see, AE 2012.
Yeah.
Uh, so that's four. Let me see. I think they have five, and then there's Ultra. So
Yeah,
they
and
have
then Ultra.
five
Right.
versions of Street Fighter 4, and then for each version, they not only did like balance updates, but they added characters
Like
and
Yun and yeah.
yeah, Yin and Yang and Oni and Evil Ryu, and then Ultra they added the cross Tekken Street Fighter players
Right.
and then adjusted them for Street Fighter 4.
Yeah.
So with Hugo, Poison,
That's right.
Rolento, and Alina.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, for me, I've grown to expect that because they did that back in the day
Right.
with like Street Fighter to Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition to was it Turbo? Turbo
Yeah.
didn't really do anything; it just made it faster. With Super Street Fighter 4, you had the four new characters,
Mhm.
and then Street Fighter, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Again, it's like an evolution of the
Yeah.
game. I'm still gonna see the same thing with Street Fighter 5, and maybe Xbox will get it at the next edition of Street
That's what
Fighter
I was
5.
thinking.
You know, because they're saying Street Fighter 5 is lifetime exclusive for PlayStation and PC.
Yeah.
So maybe wait for the next edition for Street Fighter 5 to come out to the Xbox One. But what I was going back to what you were saying, I think, and the only thing I can think of as a reason is the only reason why they made it exclusive is I think they want the entire community in one system,
Yeah.
basically PlayStation system. But then you add the PC, and PC is a large number too. You know, so that's why they made it cross play, that
I
PC
see.
can play with the PlayStation 4. Um, I agree what you mean, but I think they just want that whole community
Right.
in one console, and then they could just focus on that one
I
console.
see. So basically, it would be kind of focus testing isn't the right word, but more of like a control group. Like
Right.
if we can make the servers run well, if we can make this like the balance run fine, the
Hmm.
performance run okay on these two major platforms, when we do Super Street Fighter 5 and
Hmm.
release it on Wii U, Xbox One, the
Yeah.
whole shebang, the stability will be better. Like that would make sense. Like I
Yeah.
could see them doing that. But the weird wording of like lifetime exclude, I'm like, that's
Yeah.
not a good
That's
idea.
yeah.
And like, okay, even with the new Tomb Raider,
Hmm.
not
Oh,
the
right.
Guardians or
Xbox One
Osiris or
exclusive.
whatever it's called,
Yeah.
but the new Tomb Raider is only on Xbox One. And I'm
Hmm.
like, congratulations, making a great new IP or like bringing an IP back from the dead, giving it
Hmm.
a whole new life, and then fucking cutting that shit down by like
Right.
you're just promising, hey, Tomb Raider and everyone loved it and it played just as well as Uncharted 2. Well,
Yeah.
now 30% of the people that played that one are going to be able to play this one. And
Yeah.
congratulations. Like
You
it
cut off
doesn't do
your fan
anything.
base.
All it
Yeah, you
does
cut
is
off
it
your
causes
install
like
base.
forum wars, and
Yeah.
you got a bunch of fanboys talking about we have the best platform whenever PC can just emulate it anyway.
Right. Right.
Like it doesn't matter. Like that's semantics. Like I grew out of that when I was 13.
Hmm.
But I guess that's what a majority of the Reddit user base is. You know what I
I
mean?
know.
Like
I
I don't
know.
know.
I know.
But that's the thing is it's not appeasing anybody because they're not going to
Hmm.
make as much money. They're literally limiting the type of player that's going to play their game.
Right. Right.
It's just a headache. And then they're going to be disappointed when it doesn't meet sales expectations.
I know. I know. And I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure they're looking for a big ass number for sales,
Yeah, but they
like they
cut
did with
out
Devil May Cry for some
right.
reason.
But like they cut out how many people own an Xbox One? Like 4 million.
4 million. Yeah. I mean,
So there's 4 million people you won't get.
yeah.
Like just right then, like right off the top, fucking skim that shit. Like blows my mind.
Yeah.
Because I'll be honest with you, I have a PS4 and a PC and a 3DS. I don't want to buy anything else.
Yeah.
I'm kind of set.
Yeah.
Maybe a Wii U down the line for my daughter and I to play some stuff,
Hmm.
but only when it drops to like 170 and it comes bundled with Wind Waker plus Pikmin plus, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it has to be bundled with
I'll
a shit ton of stuff for me
have
to buy it.
have a platinum bundle. You
Yeah,
know.
has
So
Bayonetta 1 and 2 or like
yeah.
the new Zelda or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Um but yeah, cuz I'm fine right now. Hell, I feel bad cuz I don't play my PS4 as much as I should.
I know. I know.
Y-
I'm waiting for hopefully a big enough bonus that an option to be able to get one. It would be in the near future.
Yeah.
So I mean, once I get one and a game that you have, I'll be down to play and record that. So
Yeah. Yeah, man. Like, and yeah, exactly. And there's a lot of like, I know you said the EA thing. They're giving out free games.
yeah, they gave out. I think it was the deadline was like tonight. So I was able for me because I have still have my PS3.
Yeah,
I think it was Mirror's Edge.
yeah.
So I'm downloading that. I forgot what it was for
I
PS4.
think it was Garden Warfare or whatever the
Oh,
Plants
was it?
vs Zombies game.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But if you just have your Sony account, you can log
Hmm.
in and buy it on your account. That way, when you
Okay,
get the system,
yeah.
it'll be
Oh,
on your
it'd be
library.
good ready.
Yeah.
I see. I see.
So, because I did that with a Vita game. I can't even remember what the Vita game was, but I did that with that.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
but yeah. So is this the last trailer right here?
Basically, yeah, this is the last
Okay.
trailer. Yeah, if you want to break it down, you go right ahead, or we could just watch it and just discuss like what was just happening.
Yeah,
Because
man.
I saw this, I was like, dang, this look really good. It just looks
Yeah, man.
good.
Because I played this 3 different times. And it's really good every single time. So we'll just let the trailer play first,
Hmm.
so people kind of know what the hell it is.
Yeah. Some people can okay, Live to Drive says some people can afford both because of the monthly sub. Okay. Oh
Right.
right, yeah, yeah. There was also the sub of PlayStation Plus and
Yeah.
Xbox Live
Xbox
too.
Live. Right.
So yeah.
So super stoked that they're adding this back into Metal Gear.
Yeah.
Metal Gear Online, I played it in Metal Gear Solid 3 Subsistence when that
Hmm.
limited edition came out. It had a bonus disc that had in Metal Gear Online. That was the very first time it ever went online.
Hmm.
Played probably 200 hours of it. Uh, then Portable Ops and Peace Walker for the PSP
Hmm.
had online. Like Team
All right.
Deathmatch, Deathmatch,
Yeah.
Control Point, Objectives. Then the Peace Walker HD that came out had it
Hmm.
on there for a little bit, and then they took it off. Metal Gear Solid 4 had Metal Gear Online for about eight
Yeah, it
months and
did.
then took it off.
Yeah.
So now they're adding it to Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain.
Yeah.
And I'm stoked because Metal Gear is such a good game, in my opinion, because you can do so much inside of the sandbox.
Hmm.
And with Metal Gear Online, it looks like you're able to do that as well. Like, so you actually physically use your binoculars to look and then spot somebody. And then, like, okay, they were about to take one of the people with the parachute, with the decoy thing. So you
Yeah.
can actually get your gun and shoot it out. That way they can't take them.
Right.
You can spot people. People on your team can come in. They can each have custom
Oh.
loadouts, as they showed at the
Yeah.
very beginning. Objective based. So they set a bomb.
Hmm.
Like, the
I
way
feel
you
like
can get around the arenas and things like
yeah.
this. And then this part's just nuts. Like,
I
during the
know
press conference, it was crazy
people were
when
just going nuts.
the
Oh
mount
yeah.
comes up.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. Like that was they positioned themselves.
The puppy.
Yeah.
It's like, what the hell?
Oh,
Yeah, here it is.
there goes the mech.
So you're like, okay, how am I going to fight this? And like, I
Yeah.
love Konami trailers because they do this. But how in the hell am I going to fight this thing?
How's Big Boss gonna get out of this?
Yeah.
This
So,
dude,
like,
you
chaff
kidding me?
grenade style,
He
make you
freak.
invisible,
Yeah.
teleport, then you just take out the dude piloting it and hop
And then
in
get on,
yourself.
yeah, and play.
That's nuts. God, that's crazy.
Yeah. I I just watching the trailer, I just like the idea of a smarter like shooter
Yeah.
uh play style. Like just getting into position because it makes it sound like it's more real life army tactics in a
There's
way.
more you can do.
Yeah, so it's like get into position, uh where are the enemies?
Mhm.
And then you spot them and tell your teammates, yeah, this guy's over here, this guy's over there,
Right.
and then get ready to start attacking. And then I think this is the end. Yeah, this is the end.
Yep. Here we go. The big reveal.
Look at this guy, and he made
So rad.
Ocelot just made gun twirling like the cool. Ever since Ocelot came out, he just made gun twirling the coolest.
The coolest shit. Oh, man.
And then this, and then
Right.
I always love like the end of Metal Gear trailers because there's always something else to it.
Always. The
Oh
little, nice little
man,
selfie.
it's like Snake doing a selfie. Are you kidding me?
But I like that he took one with the puppy.
With the
Like, I like
puppy.
that he took that one first.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, with Metal Gear coming back online, it's because there's other games like shooters like Call of Duty or like Warframe,
Mhm.
Battlefield that have objective modes,
Yeah.
but they still feel fairly vapid. Like, go here, stand here, and then shoot people,
Right.
and then you're gonna unlock this area. Then go over
Yeah.
there, stand over there, and shoot people, and then you're gonna unlock that area.
Yeah.
Or
Keep
I'm gonna
playing
drive my helicopter over here so I can shoot people, and then get out and then go to this area and then unlock it and then shoot people. Like
yeah,
it's very there's like two things going on.
kind of King
With
of the Hillish.
with Metal Gear, there's a lot going on just by the nature of the game.
Hmm.
Like since it's I don't know if it's just because it's not first person and they pulled it back to be third person, but it
Hmm.
feels like the world is bigger.
Yeah.
It feels like you have more control over your surroundings. Like you have to be aware of your surroundings,
Right.
which I guess you need to be in other shooters, but this is just on a different level. And like the verticality, I can climb up ladders. I can,
Yeah.
it's almost like a multiplayer Assassin's Creed.
Kind of.
You can be staked out somewhere. You can wait for someone to come through you. You can go scout. You get information for your team.
Hmm.
Let's see. Oh, Cat saying have to go get some rest.
Play a little
Gonna
Kingdom
play a
Hearts.
little Kingdom Hearts. All right.
All right.
Well, have a good night. Thanks for chilling out with us.
Yeah. Thanks
We're
for
about
hanging out
to
with us,
we're
guys.
about to wrap up here. Just going over Metal
Yeah.
Gear Online. Good stuff.
And there was another thing. As we were watching the trailer, how we like how it, like, yeah, people are setting up stuff and preparing for the battle.
Yeah.
We also have to remember human players don't really do that in first person shooters.
Right.
They just go in and
Yeah.
just go in and just shoot and
Just kill shit. Yeah.
yeah, kill shit. So like you might even not even get that same like the same style of playing, but just the idea that it's possible is appealing
Yeah.
at this point.
Because
But yeah, hopefully oh go ahead, go ahead.
oh well, I was about to say this is the type of game to where if you have a designated group of like you and I don't know what it is on like 6v6 or something, like I don't
Mhm.
know. But if it's you and like five other buddies and you're really well coordinated, you are going to
Yeah,
destroy a group that has no teamwork.
yeah, like a pug group. Yeah, you're gonna destroy them because you're already planning it out and stuff.
Yeah, like there's no question
Yeah,
that it's going to reward smart gameplay.
yeah,
Like Battlefield, you could just be really good at flying a helicopter and then your team's
Mhm.
going to win.
yeah.
Which is cool because your team can rely on you, but there needs to be more of a like a
Forgot who the guy was sneaking out in the box.
right.
Forgot about that.
But yeah, there needs to be more of like a feeling that what you're doing is mattering for the team.
Hmm.
We were talking about like Dota stuff earlier. Like that's kind of where those get. You could be a rock star and your team can do okay, but if the
Hmm.
rest of your team sucks and you're going up against a team that's just okay, but they work well as a team, they're gonna
Yeah,
win. Like
exactly.
every time.
Yeah.
So
I kind
that's
of
what I'm hoping happens with Metal Gear Online.
yeah, I kind of wonder because I've been hearing actually good things about Advanced Warfare. I kind of wonder if they, I guess, just the more options of either kind of being mech style or
Right.
just whatever. If kill streaks and all that stuff is not as important, but
As
it just
important
helps
anymore.
out.
Right.
Yeah, I wonder like if that's like a thing that like it's making more smart gameplay. But then again, the base of it is it's still Call of Duty, and you're still gonna have that Call of Duty style.
Yeah.
So
We'll
yeah,
just
I
let
don't know.
this play out
Yeah,
to wrap
yeah.
up because it's all the Final Fantasy stuff again. But
Troll. Jeez.
God, that troll. Oh my God. Because like,
Yeah,
look at the format of this. It's the
I
small
know.
screen, and it's like you remember this classic experience. Like they say
Yeah.
the wording and everything. The classic returns on PS4, and you're like, oh shit.
They're gonna do it. They're
And
finally
then they're
gonna
like,
do
they're gonna
it.
show it in just a second. It's gonna go from this video to a big fucking widescreen, and oh my God.
The
And then they
gold
never do it.
saucer.
They never do it.
Oh, we're like, where's Sid cussing?
You relive the classic, the critical hit. Oh my God, here it comes.
Oh,
Kids,
Sephiroth.
can't even believe what's about to happen right now. Well,
There goes the cannon
it's gonna show
on
the
the
cannon.
on the diamond weapon. There's
And
the
then you're like,
airship.
Journey to the Promised
Yeah.
Land again. Oh, amazing! We're gonna go. It's gonna show the thing.
We're gonna see high def
Oh.
Cloud like dull dead Cloud on a wheelchair when Sid was the temporary leader.
Oh, we're gonna see it. We're gonna see when they go to the Cosmo Canyon and talk to
Yeah.
Bradenhagen, and we're gonna see that shit. It's gonna play in just a minute.
Your dad was actually not a coward. He was the hero.
And then, oh well, no, it's the same fucking
I
game.
know
we
it's the
already
same one.
All right.
And then you get his you get Sephiroth.
Yeah, it's like we know we played it 97.
I
Like,
know. I mean, I could just watch what was the movie? Was it Advent Children?
yeah, yeah.
I'll watch that version and just get the high def
God, man,
or
some of that movie was
next
fucking
gen remake.
stupid, but like
Yeah.
there were other parts that were really cool.
Yeah.
Um, all of the Eris parts were bang up, like amazing
Yeah.
stuff. But then you got the Sons of Sephiroth or whatever they were called.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Basically took drugs and
Yeah, yeah,
boom,
they were
Sephiroth's
basically
there.
like high on Genova or
Yeah.
whatever. They're like Genova's our savior. They were
Oh
like
man.
they then now they remind me of the people that were harassing you to play WoW.
I know. Yeah. Yeah. You're right.
Do you like it?
What do
You
you
should
think?
like it.
Like, I need to get out of this party.
I need to get the fuck out of here. Oh man.
Yeah.
But that's Power Hour episode number 22.
Yeah. I mean, and that's like just like a little bit of the news that
Yeah.
came out. Like we we can't talk about everything, but we were just
Yeah.
talking about the things that like just appeal to us. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And I thought the video game awards were hilarious in the bad, embarrassing way.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh
The
man.
Whenever we grow out of the phase to think that we need an award show, we'll be fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that shit was stupid. And like, fancy that, Dragon Age won Game of the Year. But we have 9 pre-rendered
Makes no
videos
sense.
already made talking about how great the game is.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, maybe it already won it 4 months ago before it even came out because
I
you
know.
are in the pocket of fucking BioWare.
Yeah.
But that happens every year. Every single year there's that. Like, it was the one, like what I was saying on Twitch earlier, the one year that Tony Hawk won Sports Game of the Year, which
Mhm.
was clearly not correct. It was like the year that Madden was really kick-ass, and
I
then
know,
like
yeah,
NBA
right.
2K14 or 13 or whatever was just the most amazing, like, what the fuck? And like Tony Hawk won, and everyone was like, Tony Hawk was shitty. But
Yeah.
then they're like, congratulations for Tony Hawk winning the game of the or for the sports game of the year. Now, here on a half pipe is Tony Hawk. And you're like, oh, so that's why he won, because he agreed to
Right.
fucking come and
He was
skate.
already like half pipe ready.
Yeah, like you're telling me he just learned 4 minutes ago that he won, so he grabbed a half pipe that weighs 20 tons and drug it
Exactly.
into the building?
He had to bring it just to show his appreciation.
Oh yeah, well I mean he was so thrilled that he won Sports Game of the Year. Like here's the thing, Tony Hawk didn't give a fuck that he won sport. He didn't give a shit.
Right.
Guaranteed. And it was great because you could see the business professionals. You could see Reggie. You could see oh god, who was the guy that made Katamari Damacy?
Ah.
There was an actual
Yeah. Okay.
there was an actual deal of him. He came up, he had like a bottle of water like this. Like, I'm going to act like him right now. I'll do an impersonation. If anyone can look online right now while I'm doing this and find the GIF, I want to see this because I'm not exaggerating. He was up on stage, and there was some woman from EA talking next to him. Like, we're real thrilled to have so-and-so, and he made Katamari Damacy. You guys love that
Mhm.
game, right? And then he's like sitting here with a thing of water like this,
Yeah.
like looking around, just like chilling out. And then he's like, yeah, I'm real excited. We're going to be making a new game. And we brought the trailer. That's like his
Yeah.
exact, the way he said it. And
The
then
same
they
tone.
show the trailer, and then after the trailer, he goes like, all right, bye, and turns around and starts to walk off. And like
Yeah.
then the woman starts talking again. And then he like looks around, and he's like, oh, fuck, I guess I got to stand up here some more. So then he's just
Jeez.
standing there. Like,
Yeah.
can I leave now? It's the funniest, like, oh my God, it's so funny.
Oh man.
Like, I'm actually going to try to, while this is playing, I'm actually going
You
to try
gotta
to
look for
find
it.
this on.
Gotta look for it.
Because, dude, so good. Let's
Oh,
see.
jeez.
Katamari Damacy, creator. What's his name? Okay. Hieta Takahashi.
Okay.
And then... Or it was the PlayStation Experience, I think.
Mhm.
GIF.
So while you're looking, was there anything else this weekend that we're not showing that maybe catches your interest or caught your eye?
Um, not really.
No.
Not
Yeah.
really. Unigmatic says, love bald men just hanging out together. That's what you can
Yeah.
expect
I just shaved. I
every
had to.
week.
My hair was looking frugly.
Every week. That's what you can expect, my friend. I need to
That's
find that
right.
Katamari gif because, God, it was so funny. Like, he just didn't care.
Yeah.
But that's the deal. Like, all these creative, once the industry grows out of, we need to be just like the other industries and have our own award show and
Right.
yay. Like, we'll be fine once we get out of that.
So the Game Awards basically replaced the VGAs?
Yeah, literally, that's exactly what it was. Because
Okay.
Jeff Keighley was head of the VGAs, and now he's
Uh,
head of the Video Game Awards, which is still the VGAs. Like, like, that's what I mean. Like, all of it was just semantic and stupid.
yeah.
And
That made no
I don't
sense.
know. Like, we just need to grow out of that. Like, we need awards for Game of the Year. And I say that, and this week we're recording our Game of the Year videos for nitrobeer.com. But it's like a holiday wish list,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Why does every magazine do a holiday wish list?
What's your favorite game this year?
Right, right. Like, magazines do a holiday wish list because all of the other magazines do a holiday wish list.
Uh-huh.
That's it. That's the whole reason. And, like, so we're going to do this thing because other people do the thing and expect the thing to be done.
Right.
Who cares? Like, how it's just silly. It's that old saying, like, even in, like, video game reviews, it's hilarious because you'll read some video game reviews and they'll be, like, for example, you'll love these Yu-Gi-Oh cards if you love Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Well, no fucking shit. Like, thanks,
Of
dude.
course. Thanks for the
So,
recommendation.
a glowing recommendation. And, like, but the greatest thing, I guarantee you, someone pick up a holiday buyer's guide that, like, PC Gamer or, like, EGM or whatever video game magazines are out. I don't even know anymore. I don't keep up.
Yeah.
But go look at their wish list or like, their holiday buyer's guide, if they have one, and open it up, and I guarantee you're going to see clothing. And then whenever you read their little thing about clothing, it's going to be like, the stitching of this clothing is really great quality. Like, you're a seamstress. Like, what are you? You're not fooling anybody. Someone paid your ass to put that in your magazine
Yeah.
and probably sent your ass free shirts. That's what a holiday buyer's guide is.
Right.
People fucking paid you to plug their shit. Ridiculous, man. But tis the season. Tis the season.
I was at some point I was wondering why PlayStation Experience was coming out, and then I realized that it is December, and what better way to hype up the PlayStation 4
Right.
than to have a keynote and show all the games or announcements that are coming out to boost up your sales for this year, or
Yeah,
for this
that's true.
winter.
In the quarter strong, I guess.
Right. Like,
Gotta
oh,
make
okay,
those
I see what you mean.
investors happy.
Since you don't really need E3 anymore, you
Yeah.
can just do your own or go to like PAX Prime or
Yeah.
just you can go anywhere else at this point for
Because that's the deal. Like,
announcements.
I've been writing about games for almost a decade now. Like, freelance, One Up, Ziff Davis, like, all that
Jeez.
stuff. And it's gotten so different. But the people that write for the magazines now aren't like the holders of the Holy Grail
Hmm.
anymore about content. It's just people playing stuff. Like,
Yeah.
Giant Bomb's Quick Looks, huge. Because
Mhm.
it's just people playing games. Twitch
Yeah.
people are making, 15 grand a month just playing games.
Yeah.
Because people would rather see a real version of it than some PR'd up marketing, like, we can't wait to call this duty when this game comes out in November. Like, so there's no shitty tagline,
Gosh.
and that's what happened. If you go look back, everyone's going to
Oh
talk
my
about the golden
goodness.
era of EGM.
Yeah.
And, the 90s era EGM is the pinnacle of video game journalism. If it's a 300-page magazine, 280 pages are advertisements.
It is.
And then the other 20 pages are people going, here's a video game, 10 out of 10. That's it. There's no critique. There's no anything happening. But now critiques are happening, and it's good.
People don't.
That's
people
that's
don't
how the
care.
industry is going to grow.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, because I was one of them. Like I loved '90s EGM. I
Yeah,
loved '90s EGM or 80 like late '80s, early '90s
right.
EGM.
Because that's the
Because
only way you
I'm
could
just
get your info.
yeah, I was just a big, huge like Sushi X mark
Oh
for
yeah,
me.
but I mean
Yeah,
those were the holders of the Holy Grail. Like you
right.
wanted as a kid to be in that job
Yeah,
because you had access to all the games. Well, now we
yeah,
all have access to all the games. Games are being made for us, like on phones.
right.
So everyone has access to it.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's a big difference. It's a much different industry. But it's good. I'm glad it's going this direction.
Wait. How did that happen? How did Kate Sith just use an assassin technique on what was that Emerald Weapon?
Oh yeah, like
Gosh,
yeah, there you go. Game over. Everyone
game
died.
over. Oh, I thought they were gonna use like the resurrection at the end, but yeah, all right.
Right. But yeah, man, like but that's Power Hour.
Yeah,
22.
22. It's a good
Bingo.
length. It's a good chunky episode too.
It was a good one. So
Yeah.
we're still figuring out how we want to format this, guys. So let us know
Mhm.
if you would rather us do formats like this, talk about a week in review, or talk about a specific game, have videos playing, or if you'd like us to play a game like we did with the Saints Row episode.
Right, right.
It's definitely your guys' call. So we can do it either way. That way you guys have two different versions to kind of look at and judge, and just tell us what you think.
Yeah,
You
definitely.
know?
Let us know what you guys think about all the games and all the stuff that we discussed in the comments. On the videos, and just give us some questions. We would love to answer questions.
Yeah.
And man, yeah, because yeah, we would love to just interact with you guys. Oh, look at Blight, die
Yeah.
pig. Yeah.
Absolutely.